This is Ann Shepard here talking about Emotional Freedom Technique EFT, EFT tapping, and specifically EFT for abundance. And I'm looking at the setup phrase that is recommended or often used with EFT tapping, the one tapping on the karate chop point, even though I don't know what to say right now. I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself. Often you'll hear, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, and I have added, at the recommendation of some practitioners I've listened to, forgive, which I found powerful. But today we're talking about the acceptance. I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself. And I've spoken about the love, and that's incredibly important to reinforce. Now on to acceptance. If you can look at yourself in the mirror and or just pay attention to that when you're doing the setup phrase. Do you really accept yourself? I mean, we like to say that, well, for example, I think it's often the romantic notion of the spouse or the significant other in your life is, I accept you just the way you are. And I think the more realistic experience of that is parental love, where, you know, everybody gets delighted when a baby poops. Oh, that's fantastic, because you accept them. They're just there. They're little nuggets of humanity, little souls just squiggling and burping and giggling, and you accept them. And then somewhere along the line we start, oh, burping is not as cute as it once was, and you start putting limits on yourself and on others. So the notion of just accepting yourself, maybe you're not as thin as you should be, or you feel you should be, or society is telling you should be. Maybe you don't have that executive vice president of marketing title that you thought you would. Maybe your house isn't as bright and shiny as it should be. Maybe. If you can just tap on the notion of accepting yourself exactly the way you are, everything else is pretty much gravy. The stress, the energy level that comes in with not accepting things and resisting it is not a good, happy, abundant energy. It will be, in fact, repelling things that you are trying to attract. So even if your finances aren't as they should be, if you accept where they are, you're in a good energetic position, and that could conceivably allow things to shift. That what you resist persists. So if you are resisting the fact that you don't have enough paycheck, ironically, it will persist. The second you can accept it, really on a profound cellular level, that's when things will shift. Now, you can't cheat the universe. You can't say, oh, I really accept it, I really accept it. No, when you really accept it, that's when things go poof. I remember once, in the not too distant past, I finally hit a point where I don't need a man. I am absolutely, and I honestly meant it. I was just like, I am happy just trundling along, having life, living things, playing with my girlfriends, going out, doing things I'm interested in. And I, on a profound level, felt that. Well, don't you know, a week or two later, I walk into a room and boof, isn't there a cute guy sitting there? And the rest, as they say, is history. But I accepted it on a profound cellular level that I am single and I am fine. And you can't cheat it. You can't pretend that I am and still be looking over your shoulder. The problem is, how do you get to that level? Tap. Give it a whirl. Accept yourself exactly as you are. Accept your house with the leaky roof. Accept. And then things are in a position, vibrationally, energetically, to actually shift. So when you're looking at something that you're just resisting and you hate it, just tap. Doesn't mean you have to all the time. It's not the end of the world if you don't accept yourself for not even doing it. But just appreciate that part of the every time you tap setup phrase. It is so recommended. Love, accept yourself just as you are. EFT tapping and using EFT for abundance to start shifting things in your world. Take care.